Hello, I'm Mark Beavis. Thank you for logging on to HockeyTV. We're here at Wembley for the Maxifuel Super Sixes Finals 2012. First up, the men's semi-final, East Grinstead versus Reading. With me over here, Neil Mountjoy. Neil, it's East Grinstead versus Reading in the first semi-final. How do you think this will go?
It's going to be a tight one. It's the one for the GB boys. They're all out there. They're looking to show off their skills in front of this massive audience at the Maxifuel Super Sixes. It'll be very tight. I think it will come down to, can Jackson's flicks do better than Brothers in goal, really? And that will be the end result of the game. Is it Jackson or is it going to be the stronger defence from Reading?
Okay, right, this is what happened. East Grinstead 5, Reading 5. East Grinstead leading at half-time 3-1. Reading did take the lead briefly in the second period, but in the end it was East Grinstead who got through on penalty flicks. It was Ian Lewis who, although he missed his flick in the first barrage, in the second round of flicks, he scored and sent East Grinstead into their fourth consecutive final. So it's Ian Lewis with a final flick in sudden death that puts East Grinstead through to the Maxifuel Super Sixes. After the game I managed to catch a few words with him. So how did it feel out there on the court in front of this big Wembley crowd, taking that flick to try and get your side into the final?
Yeah, it's fantastic, not just the penalty shootout but the whole match. The crowd really got behind both teams and yeah, it made for a great atmosphere. And it's only the first match of the day, so it's just going to build and build throughout the day, which is going to be a good thing.
Well, Scott, here we are talking again, looking forward to a final. How do you feel?
Well, obviously very, very pleased. It was very nervous at times, but we played some really good stuff. That should give us some confidence for the final. You know, the history and track record we have at this competition, as well as the league, you know, gives us every confidence that we'll do as well as we can be, thinking of doing in the final.
You've been in the final. We were talking about it, like what, 10 times? This is just another final, or is this special?
It gets to be another final, but you know, that sounds very bad to say that. You know, every final we want to make. We want to make everything as best we can. We want to get to every final. We want to do well, and it's important for us as a club to be there to represent East Grinstead, help the sponsors and the young players, give them encouragement to come through. So there's a lot of meaning to each final, and every time we play play to win.
You were, what, 4-3 up at one point. Reading took the lead. How were you feeling at that point?
Well, yeah, the heart was in the mouth at that point, because we looked fairly comfortable. We talked through a lot of tactics, and we felt we'd neutralised them as best as possible. But you can never keep Reading back. They're always going to score a few goals, and you know, tides turn in indoor hockey. I always said to the guys that they would have a good patch, and it was how we cope with it. And as you can see, very, very, very pleased to say that we coped with it well and we bounced back.
Richard, you must be desperately disappointed.
Yeah, really disappointed. I think we had a great second half there, and we put our all into it. We played some great hockey, and to lose on a penalty shootout is never nice. But we showed a lot of heart. We came back from being down. So I'm proud of the guys, I'm proud of the team, but yeah, I'm disappointed.
At one point though, you looked like you were going to sneak it. I mean, you took the lead, only a couple of minutes left. How do you feel then?
Yeah, I mean, it was really close. The game was going back and forth. We pulled the keeper off for a bit. It was a great call by our coach. We got our goal back, and then with someone like Ashley on the pitch, you know you've always got to be on your guard. So we nearly had it, but not quite. Not this year.
So Richard Springham speaking to me there. He's Reading's captain. There's no place in the final for them this year. Before that was Ian Lewis and East Grinstead captain Scott Ashdown speaking to me. So behind me, the teams from Beeston and Bowden are warming up. Mounters, Beeston and Bowden. Who's going to claim a place in the final to play East Grinstead?
Well, all the money, all the favourites. It's got to be Beeston, really, hasn't it? You look at their team sheet. Hawes, Wilson, Pinner and Nat, Dixon. They've got all the players and really the pedigree to go through. But Bowden have made it here. They've made it here on the back of Edgerton's goals and the determination of Michael Hall. Will that be enough? I don't think so. I think Beeston and all probably win this, 2 or 3 goals, but with furious energy from Edgerton and possibly a yellow card or 2.
Okay, this is what happened in the second men's semi-final. Well, it was all one-way traffic really. Beeston raced to a 4-0 lead at half-time, eventually winning this one 11-3. 5 goals from Paddy Schmidt and a hat-trick from Tiven Davenport did the real damage. Bowden 3, Beeston 11. So it's Beeston who will play East Grinstead in the final, running out convincing winners against Bowden. Just a few moments ago I managed to catch a few words with defeated skipper of Bowden, Steve Smith. Steve, I guess you've come off the court very disappointed.
Yeah, it's one of those things, isn't it? It's all been a great experience for us. We were prepared, and then you lose 2 key players in the first couple of minutes, and how do you prepare for that, really? So it's just one of those things, but we need to take the positives from it. We've worked hard this year. We've come on leaps and bounds in indoor over the last couple of years. Like I've said before, we just missed out on relegation last season, but we stuck together. We worked hard this year. And look where we are now, so I mean, watch out next year.
Adam, what a fantastic victory that was.
Yeah, I hope it was a good one for the crowd to come and watch. We brought quite a few down from Nottingham, so it's good to put on a performance for them, and for the team as well. It's great to be back in the final again, because that's what it's all about, coming and trying to win medals, and hopefully this year we can do that.
I mean, the nature of the way you won that semi-final, I mean, it was just goals, goals, goals. Can you take that forward into the final against East Grinstead?
Yeah, I hope so. We, fair play to Bowden. They put up some good defence, and I think it was a case of biding our time and finding gaps and opportunities to be able to attack. And I think we were quite clinical when we did so. So I think EG will put up a similar obstacle barrier in front of us. So I think with some of the goals we scored, the slickness of the moves, I think we've got enough in the locker to really give them a good run.
Ali, you're in the final. How does it feel?
Yeah, really good actually. It's been a while since I've played personally in the indoor stuff, so it's good to come back and join in the team, and hopefully can go one better than they did last year.
Tell me this, how does the indoor game help you guys hone your skills for the outdoor game?
Well, I hope it doesn't reflect it, because I didn't play very well, but yeah, it helps because it's just got to be so sharp on the ball. You've got to be moving with your first touch, because if you stand still, then you're under pressure straight away, and that's always good for outdoors, to be moving to create the space to play into.
So that was Ali Wilson speaking to me just a few moments ago after they'd booked their place in the final against East Grinstead. Before that, Adam Dixon, and before that, it was Steve Smith of Bowden. Well, Manchester joined me. We're looking forward to the women's final now, aren't we? We've got Reading, we've got Leicester, but I was speaking to Simon Letchford, coach of Reading, and he was telling me there's almost a team, or more than a team out of this match.
Yeah, a real big blow will be losing experienced captain Abby Harper for this game. A lot of girls in Argentina, so Reading are going to be struggling.
But Leicester are missing players as well, aren't they? I mean, there's Chloe Rogers, Hannah McLeod out there as well, so both sides are missing players. Yeah,
they are both missing players. We must remember Reading qualified with this team. They haven't had these players, and they're a good unit. However, you've got to look at Leicester and say, you know, they've still got the players in there. They've got Kerry Williams, they've got Becky Herbert, they've got probably that little extra bit of quality around the pitch. For me, it's going to be Leicester really with the stronger individuals. Will Reading's teamwork and experience indoor win it though?
Okay, well, this is what happened in the ladies' Maxifuel Super Sixes final 2012. Well, it was Leicester who won this by the narrowest of margins, beating Reading 1-0. The breakthrough finally came 5 minutes from time. Leicester being rewarded for their use of the wing. Katie Long drew her defender before crossing for Lauren Turner to tap in at the far post. Reading quickly counter-attacked, earning another penalty corner, but Sarah Thomas was thwarted by Leicester's Great Britain goalkeeper Maddie Hinch, and that was the last shot on goal. The clock ticked down on this nervy encounter, the Midlands team coming out on top. Leicester 1, Reading 0. So it's Leicester who are crowned Maxifuel Super Sixes champions 2012, beating Reading by the solitary goal. Let's find out how Sam Queck and Abby Harper of Reading are feeling. Ladies, I'm guessing you're bitterly disappointed. If I come to you first, Sam.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it was such a tight game, and to lose kind of just by one goal, and especially it was a counter-attack goal. But I think if we did a good performance and give it to Leicester, they took their chance when they had it. So yeah, really, really disappointed, but I suppose we'll have to come back stronger next year, because that's the second time, obviously, that we've come runner-up, isn't it?
You've got the Player of the Match award. Is that any consolation on a day like this?
Absolutely not. I mean, it's a team game, and I think everyone tries to play as best they can for their team, and I think I would much rather have a gold medal around my match.
Absolutely. Abby, how about you? I mean, you couldn't even get out there, what with your injury?
Yeah, I'm not going to lie, I was getting pretty anxious up in the stands, but I mean, it's tough for everyone, and I'm so proud of the girls. Like, they really, gave it everything, and it just, hopefully, we'll feel rubbish now, but we'll think about this when we're training in the, next year, and we'll come back even harder and hopefully be here again.
I mean, it's a fantastic achievement by the club, isn't it? Given so many players are out in Argentina, isn't it?
Exactly. We came into the second weekend of the pool games actually being 7th, and so we thought, we've got to give it our all. And the fact that we fought and battled and actually got it through to the final just shows the depth of our squad and how much we, believe in ourselves and each other.
So Sam Quick and Abby Harper disappointed, but they know they gave a really, really good account of themselves today. Now the winners. Let's first of all talk to the goal scorer, Lauren Turner. Lauren, scorer of the winning goal, how does that feel?
Yeah, it's amazing. I mean, it was a great team performance, to be honest. I think both teams had chances. I was fortunate enough to be the one who put it in the back of the net today, but it was just a fantastic win for all the girls, and we really wanted to do it for people like Hannah Smith, who broke her hand before the game. She really wanted to be on the pitch with us, and we all went out there and stuck together as we always do, and really played for each other, and I think it showed in the end.
It wasn't the most blistering of a shot, was it, to win? But I suppose the old phrase is, any goal's a good goal. Yeah,
if they all go, some of the girls were joking with me afterwards. They said, "Oh, I thought you were going to kick it," because I do tend to have a habit of doing that. So, no, I was glad they hit my stick, and then I turned around to see it just sneak in. So, I mean, yeah, any goals is a goal, so happy days.
Vanessa, that's a big smile on your face. Very happy?
Oh, yeah, absolutely ecstatic. It was great to win that game and get one over Reading, so it's great.
It was so close, though, wasn't it?
Well, yeah, I mean, the game, I think we put a lot of pressure onto them throughout the game. They had times when they were sort of on top of us, but I think overall, I think we were the team on top, so I think we deserved to win. So
a lot of goal line clearances.
Oh, God, yeah. I mean, the shots weren't, world class, but yeah, I mean, it was close, and hopefully it made it a bit more exciting for those here watching, so.
And I was just saying to Lauren, it wasn't the most blistering of strikes, but any goal's a good goal, isn't it?
Exactly, yeah. I mean, it kind of was dribbling up towards the line, and we're all there saying go on, and she luckily just got on the end of it. So as you say, a goal's a goal. So
Vanessa Hawkins speaking to me just a few moments ago, and before that it was the goal scorer Lauren Turner. Well, this tournament is being sponsored by Maxifuel, and I was able to speak to James O'Shea, the marketing manager for Maxifuel, in between the women's final and the men's final. James, you're marketing manager of Maxifuel. This is a fantastic day, isn't it, for you and hockey?
Yeah, it's been a great day so far, and we're really looking forward to the men's final. It's great that it's back on TV, on Sky Sports, and it's just a great way of promoting the sport. So yeah, we're looking forward to the final. This is our first year in the Super 60s, and we've got another 2 years to go. So yeah, we're looking forward to it.
And tell us a bit about the partnership between Maxifuel and England Hockey.
We've been involved with England Hockey now for 18 months, and it's very much about providing them with perform at their best, and there's a great synergy with the sport of hockey and our brand. It's about power, it's about speed, it's about recovery, and we have a great range of products that help England Hockey achieve the best results, basically.
Now you're a hockey player yourself, I hear.
Yeah, just hanging in there. Yeah, I play for a club called Eastcote down in West London, but yeah, still hanging in the first team just.
What about the athletes we can see on show today? They're pretty incredible, aren't they?
Yeah, I think the first men's semi-final had some of a lot of the England players in there, and they're phenomenal athletes. They're strong, they're powerful, they're fast, and they have amazing skills. Ashley Jackson probably has the best skills in the game at the moment. So no, it should be an exciting final.
James O'Shea, marketing manager of Maxifuel, speaking to me just a few moments ago. I'm smiling because they're doing the Sky presentation. Just have a look over there. They're doing the Sky presentation over there live, and we're talking to you here, and the balls just keep on flying at us. Anyway, that was James O'Shea speaking to me. He's the marketing manager of Maxifuel. It's now time for the men's final. Behind us, Beeston and East Grinstead are warming up. Neil, East Grinstead, close game against Reading. Beeston just sort of steamrolled her over Bowden, didn't they? But how do you see this one going?
You're looking at the stars being with East Grinstead, aren't you? They've got Ashley Jackson, they've got Kirkham, they've got Barry Middleton, the superstars of the GB team. But you've got to say, look at the performance Beeston put up. They did steamroller Bowden. Paddy Schmidt, the goal machine. Dixon, goals in him as well. It will be a question really for me though, can those players find enough space against East Grinstead? You know Jackson's going to score 3 or 4. Will Beeston be able to score enough to keep in the game?
Okay, well, this is what happened. Well, it was Tim Davenport of Beeston who got the goal scoring underway in the 3rd minute, but a devastating blitz of 6 goals in just 8 minutes meant East Grinstead turned round to 6-3 leaders, and they went on to win the match 8-5. So, a fantastic victory there for East Grinstead. They take the 2012 Maxifuel Super Sixes title. Okay, after the match, I managed to speak to Captain Scott Ashdown and Coach Richard Organ. Scott, you have another medal. How does it feel?
Yeah, they're all special in their own way. You know, it just came together today, and you know, we never looked back. We had a great opportunity in the first half of scoring a lot of goals. We took that moment, and thankfully we kept our noses ahead.
I mean, that 2-minute spell when you scored 4 goals, relentless pressure, and it paid off, didn't it?
Absolutely. You know, we hit peak intensity. Everything started going right, but that, as a player, builds you into even more decisiveness about what you're going to do. The excitement about it going right for you, and you can roll that. You can roll with it, and as you say, we worked that period for our big advantage. So
David Dupre, 3 goals, fantastic performance from him.
Yeah, I wouldn't say he blows hot and cold, but he really came alive today, and that's a godsend. When you know, in tight games like that, you need someone to stand out, and suddenly we took the lead through that. It was awesome.
But Beeston never gave up, did they? I mean, they made it tough for you.
Yeah, no, Beeston are always good opponents. They've got good, experienced people in there. They know what they're doing about indoor hockey. They've been close to us in the league and on previous occasions, so they did pose a challenge to us. Yeah.
From the management perspective, it all came right for East Grinstead, didn't it?
It did, yes. We're under a bit of pressure in the first game of our own making, really. Normally we don't start that well, but we actually came out of the blocks, played really well against Reading, 3-1 up, and could have been 4 or 5 in the first half, would have been a fair reflection. And they came back really well and played very well in the second half, and we basically just nicked it. But in the final, I mean, we have the ability, it's one thing that sort of sets us apart sometimes, we have the ability to play very quickly and be very clinical. And being able to pass the ball around really fast and really hard is really difficult to defend against. And our hot spell that we had with 10 minutes, we scored 5 goals. And actually, you know, that's the top and bottom of it. And then we've been around enough to know how to just sort of seal it up and close up shop a bit and make it sort of fairly comfortable from there, which was good. It's unfortunately not as exciting as the semi-final, but actually, you know, from a coach's point of view, it's a great position to be in.
Richard Organ, Scott Ashdown speaking to me there. Well, Neil, they're packing away here at Wembley. The crowds have gone. The atmosphere's settled down. We've had a fantastic day, haven't we?
It's been superb. There's been some great hockey. I mean, the final, yeah, it was a little bit one-sided in the end, but that was just due to a fantastic 5-minute spell from East Grinstead. Beeston did all they could, but they just couldn't live with the speed of passing and that clinical 4 or 5 minutes where Grinstead just packed in the 4 or 5 goals.
And Leicester as well in the Women's Championship. In the end, they came good.
Yeah, the Women's Championship was a fascinating game in the end. Leicester all the possession, yet Reading seemed to miss a raft of chances, and then Leicester finally managed to get the ball over the line. And yeah, very disappointing for Reading, especially Sam Quack, who was the standout player in the women's match.
Okay, well, thank you very much, Neil, and thank you for watching. We'd like to say a special thank you to Talk Hockey Radio for the use of their still images in this film. Hope you've enjoyed it. From all of us here at Wembley, it's goodbye.